I really hope you enjoyed trying to complete this activity, and you got it working.
This video is brought to you by OppiePie's Academy.
So here's my solution to the lab exercise. Yours will probably be similar if you got it correct. So you remember here, first we asked the user to input 3 different pieces of information. The right side of the assignment operator is evaluated first. So the first thing that happens is, in the console, the how much are you going to invest is displayed, and whatever the user inputs is assigned to initial investment. So if they input $15,000, that's assigned to the initial investment variable. Then we ask them about the term. How many years are you going to invest the money? And again, we use input, and whatever the user enters is assigned to term. Finally, the interest rate. Now, we know that the user could input the interest rate a number of different ways. They could, for example, enter 3 and a percentage sign, but we want it as a decimal. So we instruct the user, input the annual interest rate as a decimal. For 2%, enter 0.02. Hopefully, the user will do it correctly, but there are no guarantees. So whatever the user inputs here is assigned to interest rate. So now that we have these 3 numbers, we can go ahead and calculate the monthly compounded interest. Create a variable x and assign it the value 1. That's going to keep track of our months. So month 1, month 2, etc. And then I print for the top of the interest chart that's going to be output, month to label the first column, \T to tab over, interest earned that's going to be on top of the second column, \T to tab over, and then total. So there'll be 3 headings, 1 for each column of the results. And now the loop. So X is our month counter, while that's less than the term times 12 plus 1. So the term is how many years you're going to invest the money. So if the user types 5, we need to multiply that by 12. Remember, we're starting with month 1, and we need to end with month 60, so we need to add 1 to the result here. Order of operations, multiplication comes before addition. So term, if it was 5, times 12 is 60, add 1 is 61. So while x is less than 61, we're going to do the following. So each month we need to figure out the interest earned. Interest earned we get by multiplying the initial investment times the interest rate divided by 12. Remember that we asked for an annual interest rate, so we need to divide it by 12 to get the correct interest rate per month. So this will figure out the interest earned each month. We take that value and we add it to how much is already invested. So initial investments will add up each month the interest and the principal, and that'll stay in initial investment. So initial investment will only be initial when the user types it. After that, it's going to grow as the interest is accrued each month. Now, here's a line that looks more complex than it is. We need to output the value each iteration through the loop of the month. So that's just X, right? So we're keeping track of the month in X. Then I want a tab to tab over to the next column, so we're under interest earned, and a $sign to precede the number, right? We want it to precede the number. So let's see here. This is compound interest. So let's say $10,000 for 2 years at 0.05. So see this $sign that precedes the interest? That's right here, that $sign. And then we use our formatter. And the way our formatter is read is, this will print the number with 2 decimal place accuracy. And what we're going to print is interest earned. So we get the number, 2 decimal places, and that's interest earned that we're printing. So we're using the format command again. So this is what we get. We get the number, 2 decimal places, just like that. Then we tab over again to the actual column that's going to display the total amount we have. So again, I display a $sign and then our formatter for 2 decimal places, and we format the initial investment variable, giving us this result right here. And this goes through for the length of the term. After we do this, don't forget to add 1 to the value of x, otherwise you're going to be caught in an infinite loop. So we add 1 to go on to the next month, we compound more interest, and we display the result. And that's how we get to the result that you see right here in my command line. Hope you enjoyed this lab activity and you learned something about loops by completing it.